tried to give a brief explanation of what's been going on for the past several weeks. I've been going to school. I've been going full time down at Vincennes, like full time, 40 hours a week, and then I'm starting another class this next week. So a lot of my time's getting used up doing that and homework. Here a few weeks ago, we went to the Wagler competition gas versus diesel race. I signed up, I made one pass. I paid $50 to make one pass. The car had something weird going on with the rear end. The tires were touching the frame rails, and it had this real bad death shake to it. And I had a GoPro on the camera, or on the helmet, and I forgot to turn it on. So you couldn't, there was a lot of people that seen it and said it was really bad. So I didn't make another pass after that. There was something obviously bad wrong with the car. What I did to fix the car was, since I don't have any time and I'm not working right now, I bought 1-inch wheel spacers for the back. The good thing is it fixed the tire to the frame problem. The bad thing is now the tires aren't holding the rear end center. So now it's allowing the rear end to actually sway around and stay off center. So now the right rear tire hits the outer fender, the left rear is okay. So we have the air shocks aired up all the way to keep the fender off the tire. We went to Lyons Raceway Park last night for the test and tune. They've got a big gassers race going on this weekend, so we didn't get involved with that. But the test and tune, we went, and this car is the first car I've had that acts totally different on the track as compared to the street. Everything, the way the car feels on the street is totally different at the track, and it seems like I can test on the street, and the car always runs good. But when I go to the track, the car is just, it's like I'm driving a totally different car. So, I was able to finally glance down, seeing that I had 18-pound springs in the wastegate, but the car was actually only running 15 pounds. And we've got a 50 shot of nitrous to help get it out of the hole. Because as it turned out, the transmission I bought had a factory converter in it, and I didn't buy a different converter for it. So it's just, factory stalled 1,000 RPM or whatever it is in a 3/4 ton Chevy truck. So we're using a 4L80E transmission. The car would, I don't want to say it's hanging up on the shifts, but it kind of is. I think the car's running out of breath, and it's taking too long for the car to get to the RPM that it's needed to shift. So I made the first pass, and it ran a 786. And I thought maybe it spun a little bit. I wasn't sure. My burnout was pretty lousy. So I hot lapped it, brought it right back, ran a 780. Then that's when I really noticed how bad it was taking so long to shift, because I think the car running through that one turbo is really choked down bad. So we get it back to the truck, and I get my laptop out, and I brought the shift RPMs down 400 RPM. We did that. We changed wastegate springs. We put 22-pound springs in it, in an effort to get it up to at least 18. And then we changed the nitrous jet to from a 36 to a 47 or 48, something like that. And I've got enough meth injection on it to, I really think the meth is probably what's keeping it alive. I don't know. But anyways, we get it back up there, and the last pass, we seen rain coming. Everybody knew rain was coming. So we get it up here, and the car before me I don't know what happened, broke or whatever. It was sitting alongside the track and took too long for them to get it out of the way, and I was the next guy in line, and then the rain started coming. So we tried to wait it out, and I did wait it out. It was like 9 o'clock at night, and they had the track dry, and then more rain came, so they finally called it. Paid $20. I'm okay with paying $20. That's the price of tuition, and I learned a lot. We know that I thought the car was really set on kill. I really thought that it was going to run, you know, a mid-7. With the converter that we've got in, I was probably going to be happy with a mid-7 right now. But once we ran it, we've seen how slow it is just because of all the just little problems. And those are the only two like decent passes we had on the car that didn't have a real bad problem. So the shift RPM, I think, will help more than anything. The shift RPM is, or it was taking so long to shift, and the car was nosing over so bad. And I was watching the boost gauge one time, and it would go from 15 down to 11. It would shift, then pick up to 15, and the car would just take off again. So it's taking a really long time. The second pass, it didn't shift into third gear until right before the line, and it should have been in it way before that. So Bill Gates, Turbo 5.3, 4L80, running a single HX35 turbo. Don't let anybody tell you that doesn't work, because it does, but it does run out of breath a little late. It's probably more well suited for a truck. It certainly doesn't match my cam. My cam's pretty bad, but this winter I'm just gonna buy another one of those turbos and we'll go twins. Hopefully. So the Neglection No Prep race coming up in July 28th, I think. That's towards the end of this month. That is unfortunately going to be my test and tune. There's no point in taking a car that only runs 780s. But we made so many changes to the car, especially to the transmission tuning, that I think it's really going to pick up a lot. So, is it going to be competitive? No, probably not, especially according to some of the other cars that are signed up. But we will have fun, we will collect more data, and we'll make it faster. We'll make it as fast as we can with what we've got. And then this winter we'll just make some changes. But, I don't know what to expect out of it, really. I don't know what it should run with a factory converter. I don't know if 7.5 is a good number. I don't know if 7.3 is a good number. Here's the biggest problem is I can't run the thing out to 7,000 RPM. I really can't. It runs out of breath at 6, or maybe starts nosing over at 55, 56, something like that. So if I just had more air to get that thing rolling and let it pull all the way to $7,000, then man, that thing would really go. But what do? Let's just go have fun. We don't have a lot of money in this car. It's going a lot faster already than a lot of other street cars, so I'll be happy with that. I'm having fun. So I'll see y'all later.